fun, chatting with interesting people while styling while we run. It's Kickin in Crocs. We're kicking in Crocs.
Hello,
Test
and
it.
welcome to Kickin' and Crocs, the
Test it.
podcast, where we talk about martial arts stuff, geeky stuff, and we have tested microphones, baby. My name is Steve, one half of Kickin' and Crocs.
I'm Dave, the other half of Kickin and Crocs.
I'm Nick, the non-tested half of Kickin' and Crocs. Good to see you guys.
That could be taken
Hello.
so many different ways. You could be non-tested for steroids.
So we'll stick for shadow half then. Fully tested,
There's
fully
so many
vetted, 100%
non-tested for
Italian.
steroids,
So we
not
are-
tested for a certain disease that plagued
Listen,
the
if I was
entire
on
world.
steroids, they're not working.
How's everybody? Well, see, the funny thing about steroids is
Muscle steroids.
well,
get
yes,
bigger.
No, but like you don't just get bigger; you actually still have to work out.
Yeah,
If you get-
that's how
That's
it works.
You
that's
just
a
don't
horrible
take it
rumor.
and then get bigger.
That's a horrible rumor.
Yes, that's not how it works at all.
Train.
That's a horrendous rumor.
No, it's the
No,
truth.
the
It's
muscles,
like
with the muscular steroids, you still need to break the muscles down. All that the muscle steroids
Yeah.
do is they just rebuild your muscles bigger.
That is a complete
Nick's
falsehood.
like, I've been doing this wrong the whole
That's a
time.
that's a complete falsehood. I was told to eat
Funny.
with reckless abandon while taking it. No,
That's what I was told too. I was just told eat a whole bunch of peanut butter
Yo.
sandwiches. Here you go.
Oh,
Yep,
if you want to
need your
gain weight,
pill.
yes.
Just eat a whole bunch. You just threw Crocs Lego across the couch.
That's our buddy Scott.
Yep.
That was it. He kept a jar of peanut butter with him at all times.
He told me,
he looks great though.
yeah, because I
For
used to,
what
I
you
used
want,
to be
yeah.
talking about I wanted to gain a little bit of a weight, get back into weightlifting, gain a little bit of weight. Nothing too crazy. Just like nothing too crazy. Just like I wanted to get back to the weight that I
You
was in
could
high
just
school.
want to.
I wanted to get back to the weight I was in high school. I was around 150-ish in high school. I'm about 140 right now. So I was like, I want to, just 10 pounds. That's it. That's not too bad. Easily doable.
Yep.
And he was like, peanut butter sandwiches.
There's no
And I said, what? He said, just peanut butter sandwiches. That's how I did it. Just peanut butter sandwiches. Or,
Lots of calories.
and then he said, or rotisserie chickens. You just eat a whole rotisserie chicken.
Yeah, but what's gonna happen? You're gonna put on that weight, and then you're gonna find that you don't hang from things quite as good as you used to when you're in the Spartan races. You're gonna find.
Well,
It all depends
I
on what he's
would-
doing with it. But
I would
you know.
agree with you if obviously I don't want to gain the weight just by lifting them, put things up, put them down, pick things up and put them down. Like I don't want to just do like the gym bro weightlifting thingamabob. Like I want
Which
to
is
try out
fine for guys that want to
Filderoos.
do that.
Yeah, if you want to
yeah,
do
If
that,
yeah.
you
go for it.
want to do
Not for me.
performance training,
It's all about
Yeah,
your
but
goals.
performance
That's
training.
fine.
That's what it'd
all
be.
about your
Yeah.
goals. What do
Like,
you want?
I would want to build it. I would want to.
You want to be
Yeah.
functional. What do you? What's the goal?
But-
I mean, 10 pounds is not. You can
That's
get
not a
10
lot.
pounds
That's
of,
not a lot.
of functional performance
Yeah.
weight. You could do
Yeah,
that.
you could do that at an explosive,
I've seen
athletic
many guys do
muscle.
that.
Just build it back up. But the problem, I think it's mostly because right now I'm not really doing any training with any sort of weight, except for my body weight at all, which is great to maintain. You definitely get shredded. You can get jacked. You can get a whole bunch of. You can definitely be fit just doing body weight stuff. But obviously, to gain size, if you're looking to gain pounds,
You have
then
to change
some
your
sort of
regimen a
weight,
little bit.
yeah, some sort of weight should
no,
be
you
on
can,
there.
You
You
can
know what I
gain
mean?
pounds. You can gain pounds without weight too. There's people that do it with pure body weight.
Yeah, it's called
But-
gymnasts and swimmers.
Well, no, there's
you
people that
know.
do it.
Neither
There's
of
people
which
that
I
do it with
am able to-
calisthenics purely.
Neither of which I would
Yep,
survive.
either way, you have to commit to it. It's
Yeah,
got to be a
you
lot
have
of
to-
work.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
yeah,
a lot
yeah.
of work. But
Yeah,
you
yeah, yeah.
absolutely can gain size doing calisthenics.
Yep.
But it's it's also diet.
Yeah.
Rest.
Diet matters a lot.
But I
Sleep.
do
Sleep
recommend
quality?
though for
Yeah, you
your,
need at
for
least
your-
3 hours.
for a lot of your
a week.
goals.
That seems like I'm stretching it.
For a lot of your goals though, don't forget.
Too much, I know.
Don't forget
Mm.
when you put on all that muscle, you're gonna get even tighter. So don't forget to add stretching to your routine, sir.
Yeah,
And
that's
all
a
new
big
shirts.
Problem.
Gotta
Yeah,
stop wearing your
that's
little
a-
sister shirts.
No,
That's a big
because
problem. 'cause
he's
flexibility
tight.
is yes.
Already?
already.
Like currently?
And when you add muscle and you
No,
don't stretch,
it's a problem.
Oh, no, I know.
Ever
We used to
since-
train with some folks without getting into the details that I couldn't believe how quickly, like the arm would stop here. I was like, ooh,
Yep.
that's not good.
Well, mine kind of stops there too. That's as far as it goes.
Oh, really?
That's as far as my arm goes. I can't push it
mean-
back much further.
Now,
Yeah, his
my-
his
this was
shoulder.
my bad
his
one,
frozen
that's now my
shoulder.
good one, and now this one, so the last 3 days I've been in so much pain. I can't even like that.
That's your basketball arm, too. That's
Bro,
shooting.
come on.
I can't lift it above there right now.
Stop lifting up.
But they did
lifting
tell
so many
me when
weights.
I had the frozen shoulder, they were like,
Stop lifting
just
so
so
many
you
kids.
know,
It travels.
they said, well, the first thing the orthopedic said is just so you know, generally speaking, if somebody gets a frozen shoulder, they will get it again, and usually it switches shoulders. I
Yeah.
was like, why?
Well,
And
one's
it's like,
jealous of the other.
and
I mean,
like,
Exactly.
we-
I want to be in pain too. Come
They
on.
don't even know exactly what causes frozen shoulder. Like, it could be overuse. It could be it's just something that happens.
And it's interesting. So we're talking about the Olympics, right? So that's
Yes.
that's an injury that I'm sure guys are experiencing.
We just watched a
And-
dude go down on the steeplechase.
What's the steeplechase? What's that?
Oh
So
man!
it's on a track, I think,
Yeah.
like a regular track,
Okay.
except that every so often there are these low, long hurdles.
It's-
long
it's-
distance.
yeah, but
long
it's
distance
not
hurdles.
a hurdle. So
And then it's not so much a hurdle.
But is it a jump? It's something you're jumping.
something you're
But
jumping.
it's a little
It's-
bit extended.
it's
It's
a
not just
jump.
one.
so it's think like a
jump.
fence post almost. It's a hurdle,
Yeah,
but
it's-
like
it's
you
like-
could actually stand.
It's
on
like
it.
a wooden,
Oh.
a wooden beam.
you
that
could
you're
you could
jumping
jump
over.
on it and jump off of it.
Okay.
It's not like a hurdle. Like
And
know,
then
a
there's
You
hurdle-
don't have to
also
clear it. Oh,
a
yeah.
You know, a
random,
hurdle will kick over.
And,
Yep,
and then
this
there's
will
a,
not.
a random,
and there's a water jump.
random pit of
So
water.
one hurdle jumps you
Some
down
reason.
into water.
So what is this called again? The
Steeplechase.
steeple. Okay.
So the guy was doing pretty good, and then he got to the last steeple, the last
Mm-hmm.
hurdle, and
second to last.
he caught his knee, and he went down, and he
And
wasn't
he
moving.
did not move.
And he did not move. So it was from Kenya.
No, Ethiopia.
Ethiopia. That's right,
Ethiopia.
Ethiopia. So like they had to stretcher him out after the race, and then, but they did show him recovering at the hospital, and they said he's doing well.
They said the
and his
whole,
team-
the whole,
the
whole
team
Ethiopian Olympic team came
came
to
and
visit him.
visited
in the
him.
hospital.
But
That's
yeah, he was all
awesome.
laid up in
Which
the
is
hospital.
awesome, right? Yeah.
But when you watch him go down,
He
you're like,
seems- yeah, it was not.
we were
a
watching, we're
nice
like,
fall.
oh, he's not moving, and then like maybe he's not moving just because
There were
they-
people
they-
jumping
they-
over him.
Yeah, so
people
he's just trying to
jumping
stay out of the
over,
way.
maybe stay out of the
Yeah.
way. But then they had to stretcher him out. And we're like, well, that's not
no,
great.
that was not. Yeah,
But-
that was not bad. But then the USA guy came in second for that, which was
Yeah,
the
which
only
is a
the
surprise.
third time in history.
Third time in
I
history.
feel like the U.S. is doing pretty well on the far
we're
stretch.
doing well
right?
in
Like,
everything.
like the women's gymnastics came
Yes.
a long way, right?
Yep.
Simone Biles and team. And
Yeah, the men's gymnastics
just
won
carried
for
off.
the first time.
Yeah, men's
They got a
gymnastics
medal
did
for the
awesome.
first time in
Forever.
love it, right? So a lot. So,
Mr.
so what's your
Women's,
favorite so far?
Mr. Pommel Horse. Did you
Women-
see Mr.
women's-
Pommel
No,
Horse?
I didn't.
Women's
It's awesome.
swimming.
You didn't see Mr. Pommel Horse?
No.
So it's this what's his name? Steve. No, yeah,
Steve.
I don't know. Yeah,
He's
it's
giant.
me.
Not
So
you.
he's like a
me.
nerdy guy. So like when he's not like so he sits waiting with his like bespeckled glasses on, like he's like, and then when it's time to get to work, he takes it off and he gets out
Superman
there.
mode.
And
Clark
he,
Kent and Superman.
he cinched it for the
He's
team.
describing
and then
me
he went, And then he
perfectly.
went on to win another medal himself, and he became like an internet sensation, and people love him because he's just like a kind of like a dorky.
Well, what
Dude.
was it I saw the other day? I don't know who sent it to me, and if I forwarded it on to you guys. But it was like people who watch anime, and it was like 90%, and it's just a bunch of comic nerds.
Oh, yeah, Al
and
sent
then
that to me.
oh yeah, and then the 10% were like athletes that
Yep.
took the lessons
Yep.
from the actual shows.
Yep. And apply
And
them.
basically said, "Yeah, I need to apply
been-
these, which is hard work, pushing yourself."
There's been some great,
success.
there's been some great stuff in this Olympics. The Turkish guy, the Turkish shooter, that guy cracked me up.
There's
Shooter
been a
like-
whole bunch
Did
of
you-
memes
did
from
you see
that
that?
one.
You
I have
see
not
that
been
one?
watching the Olympics enough.
Oh man. Okay. So
are
we
I
don't
watched
turn. We
the
don't turn off.
gymnastics. I watched
So-
some of the swimming.
So there's a Turkish guy, right?
Some of the
So
archery.
everybody that he took the silver, and the joke is that he's actually an assassin, and they were like, "Hey, don't place too high." like, what happens is so if you see the shooting, they all come out. They all got like sights, glasses on, right? The whole nine. We're talking
Really
pistol.
fancy guns.
So this guy comes out in a Turkish T-shirt, no sights whatsoever, walks out, one hand, boom, hits the target. His other hand is in his pocket,
Like he's coming out of the bar and just
But-
kind of chilling.
just like
Yep.
pop, silver medal, okay. Like everybody else has the sights going, and it's like the craziest.
Pleasure being here. Thanks, guys.
Yeah, and
like he almost like he wandered
So the running
onto
joke
the,
on the internet was like, "Oh, this guy's an assassin," and they're like, "Hey, don't do it. Don't place too hard. Just low key."
It's his off season. He wanted to do something to keep himself
It's
busy.
so funny. I'm gonna show you a
Wow.
picture of him.
There's been memes flooding the internet from it. It's been really fun.
But that's kind of wild when someone like almost seems like they're not taking it seriously at all, but then they're amazing.
yeah, those are the ones you always got to watch out for because you know that they're gonna actually the ones that don't look like they could do a good job.
Well, I was
They're
talking
definitely
with a
doing
friend of
that.
mine because one of the top shooters is this guy.
So that's what most people look like,
Yeah.
and there he is, hand in pocket. It's
he
just
looks
his
like he
glasses
came out of a diner.
on, right.
There's a
That's it.
picture of it on the screen right now.
And this guy just took the.
Wow.
This guy just goes and takes the silver, and like you see, everybody's got like the fancy like spectacles with the
I'm there.
sights.
That's
and
weird. Yeah.
Casually takes silver, becomes internet legend. Because
I
like
love it.
this guy just okay, pop. It's like what?
Oh, what? Just grabs the gun off the counter. What's this? Oh yeah, sure. I'll
I like.
throw one
I
of
mean,
these.
I love the.
His name is Bullseye, by the way.
I love the
Yeah. It's Hawkeye's
the more
uncle.
common Olympic like I like the gymnastics, I like the track and field, but I get very into like the more obscure ones too. So like I was watching skeet shooting, which is
Skeet shooting's
they
great.
had team skeet shooting, which is the first
Skeet
time
shooting's
in the
great.
Olympics they've had team skeet shooting.
Nice.
So it's a male and a female,
Okay.
and they compete. I like the archery, badminton. Badminton's crazy.
Well, I told you we're
Um,
doing archery. We do archery at the
the
house.
3-on-3.
I haven't done skeet shooting yet in a while. I used to, but I
I,
don't know.
I really like the 3-on-3 half court basketball.
I haven't seen that yet.
That's been pretty
That-
neat.
That's cool. I love
I
basketball.
liked table tennis was really cool.
Table tennis is insane.
It is
because
crazy
the
to
amount of
watch.
space
The
they need
ball
to
is
actually
a
play.
blur.
They're a good 10 feet distance
The
around
reaction
the.
times is and I liked the diving's always fun to watch.
Yep, yep.
The volleyball I love both indoor and the beach.
I'm a volleyball fanatic. I do
Yeah,
love
it's
volleyball and
really,
tennis.
really
I
cool
like
to
that.
watch.
Comment on what your favorite sport of the Olympics is, or
Watch the
I guess
fencing.
division or whatever we call it, right? That you guys are watching, what you liked about it. Fencing is fun.
Fencing was
is
fun.
fun.
Did you see the Cuban wrestler? He put his shoes on the mat as his retirement
as a
gesture.
retire.
Oh no,
Because
I gotta catch up, man.
he's,
I can't. Gotta catch up.
So he's
I'm way
been
behind.
in the last 5 Olympics,
Nice.
and he's gotten gold every single time.
Did he this time?
Yep. So his fifth Olympic Games.
And it's just
fifth
Greco-Roman
gold
wrestling.
medal in Greco-Roman wrestling, and he's like,
Nice.
okay,
What's
this
his age?
is.
What's his age group?
Oh, I don't know.
Wait. I'm sorry.
I don't know. I
His
don't,
weight class, you mean?
but
I
like,
don't know.
yeah, he put down his boots, his wrestling shoes. And he's like, I'm done.
I love that.
But
I'm
like
going out on a high note.
5 Olympic, that's a long time.
Heck yeah, it was 20 years.
Yeah.
Because it's every 4
And
years, so
to
20 years.
never not take gold, like dude just
Wow.
keeps taking gold.
That's awesome. I think that's really what it's all about. If you can go in there, you'd be at the top of your. And what country was he from? Do we know?
Cuba.
Oh, Cuba. You can go in there,
name
be at the top of
is-
your
let's see.
class. I love it.
5th straight gold medal. His name was Mijan Lopez Nunez. Retires with record 5th straight gold.
Wow, that is so cool.
Crazy.
He's
Go
41.
back up.
He's 41 now. Oh my
That's
god.
130 kilogram.
Okay, wow. Yeah, he's
Greco-Roman
not a-
wrestler. So he's 41.
Dave, it's you. Go,
So,
go,
so,
go
so
for
is
it.
you guys.
Jeez.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that's crazy. Like
It's awesome.
that's a lot of gold medal, and that's a hard sport to stay at the top.
Oh my
Yeah,
God,
there's all these young guys
That's a
coming in.
hard sport to stay at the
and it's
top.
just demanding on the body. And you're right. You have guys that don't need to stretch as much anymore. That come in naturally strong, and you're not
Well,
wrestling
did
against
you ever hear-
locals. You're against the best in the
Did
world.
you ever
yeah.
hear? So Yoel Romero, the UFC fighter,
Okay.
is a product of the Cuban wrestling program. He was an Olympian, and did you ever hear him talk about the Cuban wrestling program? He's like, they compete every day against each other. So like, the better you do, the more food you get. They'll put you up in better housing. So like, you have
That's
better,
motivating.
and then you start to slip in practice. Now you lose your food. Now you lose your housing. So like,
I'm
you
not
are
sure
constantly.
I'm a fan, but it's effective.
Oh yeah, I'm
it's
not
effective.
saying
We are
I'm
planning to
not by
start it
any
in our
means
curriculum.
Well,
saying
here's the
I'm a
thing.
fan.
It's like we don't starve anybody, but if you want extras, you need to perform.
I'm not saying I'm a fan.
You're not gonna get like the
but
best food. You'll get like the
Yeah.
rations.
Yeah,
if
you'll
you're
get
doing-
food.
It's fun.
And
It's
then
cool
if
watching.
you do the best, then you get.
Let me
the
tell
good
you something. It makes you hungry.
It's just cool
You gotta
watching the.
succeed.
It's cool watching the like, the internet pick up like. So like the Mr. Pommel guy, like the nerdy guy. Now he's an internet sensation. He has like so many more followers. This Turkish shooter guy.
That's good though.
This
That's
Turkish.
good.
It's so
It's
fun
because
to watch.
all these athletes they work so hard to get to the Olympics, and then once the Olympics are gone, then most of them fade back into obscurity. So it's really
yeah.
cool to see that they're actually gaining a social media
the
following
Turkish
now.
the
and now
Turkish
they can
shooter
actually
guy
build a
is like my
brand.
favorite.
Oh yeah, 100%.
What was I watching the other day? The
We watched some equestrian too, the horse stuff too. That was cool.
Not Olympics related, but I was just thinking of internet sensations and whatever. The Karate Kid series, the Cobra Kai,
Yes.
and they were showing them training and board breaking, and it's like
Yeah.
this super thin, like a child
Yeah,
could breathe
yeah,
on
yeah,
it,
yeah.
board breaking. And I was like, that's an actual competition somewhere where it's like, can I just break these paper mache boards?
Yeah.
How
and,
fast and how
and-
impressive can it make?
yeah, and I was like, come on, I've seen 3-year-olds step on them and they break.
Yeah, that
like, at
show
least
should
give
have
them some
That
challenge.
show should have ended like 2 seasons ago.
Oh, I'm still watching. It's
I watched the whole thing, but
okay.
I thought it had a clear cut path to an ending, and they just didn't.
But you know how
do
it is,
that.
right? What happened? Boop, beep, boop,
Yeah.
boop,
Oh yeah,
beep,
yeah,
boop,
yeah.
boop,
The
boop.
money came into play.
People were like, wow. Because to be honest, they didn't think it was going to get past season 1. They're like, oh, what a story season out there is like a homage to all the
Yeah.
fans. And then everybody loved it. And they're like, wow, we got to do more with this
You know-
because they actually like it. So,
You know what I haven't seen? I haven't seen any Taekwondo yet. I'm not even sure if it started. It might have, and I haven't seen
I don't know what that is.
the breakdancing that they added. I
But
haven't
isn't
seen
it
any-
done this weekend?
It-
Everything? Isn't it?
The closing ceremony was there this weekend.
So we got to
so
see it soon.
I'll go on Peacock because you can go on Peacock and see.
I
it.
wonder if it's going to be like a karate situation.
Well,
where remember
it's
they-
all on
they-
Peacock.
Yeah, remember in karate,
Yeah, you had
they
to seek
never.
it out.
Yes, they
You had
never.
to seek it out.
Oh, it
they
wasn't
didn't,
like
they didn't
on.
they didn't televise it on primetime.
Breakdancing though, they've advertised so much. Like there's been so many commercials about it. They talk about it, so I'm waiting to see it.
I'm gonna be honest. I'm Jones and kind of see that too. I like some
Those guys are
cool dance
incredible athletes.
competitions.
It's
Those guys are
different.
incredible
I love it.
athletes.
It's a different
I
type
mean,
of sport, which
We
is
just
cool.
watched
to see.
artistic swimming.
We did.
It used to be called synchronized swimming.
Yeah, I didn't like it then
That
either.
was interesting to watch. The skateboarding's amazing.
It's amazing how long they could be underwater.
The
Seriously,
skateboarding's
to do some stuff.
amazing.
Stamina.
Oh, did you see the 11-year-old?
Yeah,
How'd he do?
she
Oh, it's a girl. Okay,
Yeah.
I didn't know. Yeah,
Good. good.
That's cool.
The what do you call it? The water polo is amazing because those guys tread water the entire time.
Oh, it's a deep end the whole time.
Yeah, they tread water the entire game.
Wow.
Which
No,
is,
yeah, don't look over
it's
here.
Bananas.
I tread
Bananas.
water in the shallow end, so forget.
And they tread water and like with their like,
While
being able
hitting,
to
yeah,
throw
yeah.
And you're like, what?
That's awesome.
I'm good.
They got to be in. Talk about being in stamina shape.
That's some shape. right
Muscular
Oh, yeah.
endurance. Yeah.
Yeah,
Well-
that's wild. I know for the Boy Scouts, you have to tread water, but it's like nothing. It's like 15 seconds straight. Tread water.
That's
And then,
yeah.
but then
I
for
can do
like the
that.
lifeguard, it's like a minute and a half, and then I think if you're gonna
Yeah.
be life rescue, a water rescue, which is like almost like copter based training, it's like 3 minutes straight
Yeah.
of. But that you're talking full games.
Yeah, full game. The only thing I still like to watch it, but I struggle with it in the Olympics of soccer, just because like
It's so great. It's tough to watch it
no,
straight.
it's not. I mean, it's
like staring at the
still-
sun.
It's still fun to watch, but it just it doesn't feel like the Olympics because
Yeah,
like
because you just had the Euros. They have the World Cup. They have their own
Just-
thing.
The timing is weird because you just had the Euros, you just had the American Cup or the Americas,
And now the Olympics
and
just
then-
happened.
the
And now the
Olympics,
World Cup is
Cup's
next
And it
year.
always
coming
feels
up. It's
like-
a lot of soccer.
And it's one of those, but it's one of those things where like
Come on.
they talk about. So like when you watch gymnastics or you watch like any of the other things, they'll be like, oh, this she took 5th place or 2nd place at Worlds, and you're like, okay, like you watch track and field, oh, this was the 3rd place runner at Worlds, okay, and you're like, yeah, okay, but like nobody really, it's hard to find that televised, and then but with soccer, you're like the World Cup, that's televised. And everybody
Watches it
you know
everywhere.
what I'm saying? So it's like it's different than like the other events where you're like
You're totally right. It's
it's
very
a harder,
separate because they have bigger events
Yes.
that outshine the Olympics.
What's that?
Kelsey from the
Yeah.
Shadows.
So my wife, who refuses to talk into a microphone,
Yes.
is chiming in on our
Soccer
conversation.
is 100% very attainable as far as a sport to watch.
Yes.
Where the other sports we're talking about, which is
And
like
even like
taekwondo,
Oh,
archery,
even like basketball.
shooting,
So like they do like the,
you don't really see that
see that
unless you're
televised.
looking
Right.
for it.
Yeah, and even-
you have
for
to
it.
hunt for it.
but even like
Soccer,
basketball,
you don't have to hunt for it. It's
Even
there.
like basketball. Yes, you can watch college basketball and you can watch the NBA,
But-
but it's not a world.
Exactly.
It's not a world
Basketball,
stage.
football, U.S. It's easy to find. Leave the U.S. It's not. Hockey, Canada. You'll see it all day. Leave Canada. It's not. Like same thing. Horseback polo, like India. huge sport for them. You leave India, who even knows it's a
Well,
sport?
and that's
But it's
the-
actually like it's one of the top sports globally.
So
Do you
that's
remember
why I struggle with soccer
we
a little
looked,
bit.
Didn't we look an episode a
Yeah, we
long
looked at the
time back, the top 10 sports? It
Yes,
was.
that
Yeah.
was the one when Rob was a guest.
Yeah,
yes.
what was the number? I don't remember. What was the number
Cricket
one
was
sport?
higher.
Cricket.
Oh,
Oh, that's what I
shoot.
said. Polo. I meant cricket. That's what I
Cricket
meant.
was
to
higher,
say.
I think.
Cricket.
Oh no,
It wasn't soccer.
soccer.
It was not
You know,
soccer.
America
Shoot,
did
I
well
forgot
in
it
rugby.
was.
We beat Australia in rugby.
Really? That's their
Yeah.
sport.
Rugby was fun to watch too. That's a fun game to watch.
We haven't watched kangaroo riding yet. That's
I don't think
Australia's
it's in the
number one
Olympics.
sport.
We
It's
need that.
there.
We need that. We need that.
Yep.
It's like their version of the equestrian stuff.
Croc wrestling.
Did you see? Going back to track for a second, the one girl from the island of Saint Lucia.
Is that
They-
the? Go ahead.
They had never won a medal in history.
Okay.
This girl, I forget her first name, but her last name is Alfred. Say it again. Julian.
Okay.
My wife
Julian
in the
Alfred.
shadows again. She's really the shadow half.
Yeah, right. You're gonna have to start saying that. Yeah,
She's
that's
our
the third.
data. She's our living Google.
Right, exactly.
She's got the
I
answers.
mean, I
that we
want
can't
her to
find.
be a guest in this podcast so bad, and she refuses.
She has
I mean,
20 episodes. This is episode.
As
80.
a good wife,
really-
she's declining it.
Really
Continue.
puts our marriage on the rocks.
This is episode 80. So we got 20 episodes to make
20
it happen.
Can
episodes,
you be on the
Kelsey.
show? No. Niet. Not happening. No.
Never.
So
Anyways, so this girl comes in to St. Lucia, which is a tiny island with a total population of 200,000 people,
Okay.
and she comes in and
It's Bricktown.
wins. It's literally yeah,
It's the island my
literally a
family
town.
from.
And you got-
150,000.
She comes in and for the first time ever wins them a medal, and it's a gold one.
That's awesome.
And the entire island went crazy.
Oh yeah.
And she went into a different event, raced again, got silver, but you just
Still go
got two
nuts.
medals when for literally since the dawn of the of the World Olympics, you've won no medals, and now in just like that, you got two.
She will
just
be
from
the
that one
president
person.
in a week.
Oh yeah,
of-
yeah. Where she's at.
That's it. That's awesome. Have you ever celebrated on an island before, man? You shoot fireworks on an island, the echo
Oh my
is
god!
forever.
They showed there was a video feed.
It's amazing.
There was a video. There was a live, like you know how sometimes they do like the watch parties in the countries where like a whole bunch
Yeah.
of people gather and they watch the Olympics going on. There was a video feed from this island, and the entire across the entire island, you just see people dancing. You just see people dancing,
Well,
going
it's-
crazy.
It's funny.
insane.
My one cousin is getting heavily into fitness to the point where I told her she should compete. She's the oldest of three girls on the island, and she's the only one that's really into fitness. Her brother, who is funny but old school, is like, "Why do you have to compete? Why do you have to be so fit? Like women don't need to be that kind of fit." And I said, "Dude,
What?
welcome to 2024.
Shut
You
up.
climb out of the nonsense that you're saying." And she looks great, and you can tell she's working hard. So I sent her like a compliment this morning because she had posted a collage of some recent workout she's doing. She's got lats for days already. I'm like, "Oh my god, you look great."
So,
And-
you wanted to compete in like a
A fitness, like a female
physique-
fitness.
like a physique contest.
Yeah. Not going through fitness competitions as far as shot put. I'm saying strictly
Well,
almost like a
because-
bodybuilding competition,
bodybuilding or
but for
weightlifting
fitness.
because they
or-
have physique.
Powerlifting.
They have
or-
physique.
Yes.
They have physique and bodybuilding.
So not
are the same.
bodybuilding.
Not
Yeah,
bodybuilding.
physique.
Physique is.
Same concept, but you're not looking at bulk
Powerlifting.
and size. You're just looking at are you
I just didn't know if you
evenly
meant like
full
a-
muscle
I
proportions.
just didn't know if you meant like a CrossFit Games. or
No,
like
no. Strictly like a posing type scenario,
yeah.
but
I'm
for
surprised something
fitness
like
and not
CrossFit hasn't made
bodybuilding.
it into the Olympics by now. I'm surprised that hasn't happened yet.
Yeah, I don't know.
Because it's pretty easy to judge.
But it does have its own
But
huge
it has
arena.
Olympic-
Oh, it does, yeah.
It has Olympic weightlifting.
Yeah, but
Is
I feel like,
a-
but the
Olympic
CrossFit,
is in the name, Stephen.
But the CrossFit, but the CrossFit Games,
It's
is
its
like,
own
It's really
thing.
cool to watch,
Its
though.
own
Like doing
thing,
like the
yeah.
pull-ups and then the drags and then the lifts and then the sandbag and then it'd be pretty cool to watch in the Olympics. I think.
Yeah.
Just like Spartan races would. Be
I
cool to
just
watch in the
don't know
Olympics.
if it'll be an Olympic item because it's not one singular thing. It's a compilation of a lot of things, the Spartan events, where in the Olympics they try to take each thing individually and make it an event. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, well, in some of the books that I've read from Joe DeSena, Spartan's creator, he was talking a lot about trying to get the Spartan races into just OCRs, obstacle
But the
course
trouble
racing
with
in
that is
general.
they're
into the
not
Olympics.
uniform.
But yeah,
And
they
that's a
haven't
huge
been able to make
problem.
themselves uniform yet. Like they haven't switched. He was like in one of the books he was talking about switching to kilometers instead of miles because that's the universal thing you need to
Correct.
use for.
Yeah, which
the
is
Olympics.
all well and
Um,
good, but they've been saying they were going to standardize for years, and they
Well, I think they gave up now.
you can't
But-
go to a race and have the same distance. So like
Yeah.
when you say I'm going to go do a Spartan sprint, and they say, oh, it's going to be this distance. It is not that distance, and
I know.
it is a different distance at this course. It is at that course. It is at this course.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
you can't.
You need the right.
think
people.
they gave
Listen, just like UFC, you need the right person to do it.
Yeah, if
They
I'm
just
gonna,
haven't found that person yet.
if I'm going to run a marathon, it doesn't matter where in the world I run a marathon. It is 26.2 miles or whatever the K is, and that's it. Period. What's that, Kels? 42 and change kilometers.
Yeah, I got you.
It is that distance. The terrain might change, but you are only doing that distance.
But for the Spartan races, for some reason, they're all over the board.
Right, exactly.
And for the
that's
last
a
race you
problem, 'cause
guys
if you're gonna,
just
if you're gonna
did.
qualify nations.
For the one you guys just did, the
Yes.
10-mile, right? It
Yes.
was over 10 miles.
Oh, yeah.
It was 12.
12 or
Yeah,
13.
but it was supposed to be 10 miles.
Yes.
Now, I guess one of the challenges, are they incorporating the distance
of the obstacles.
That's
No,
what I'm
they
saying.
don't.
That's the problem.
Nope.
They
That's
don't,
where
but
their
they
issue is.
can.
Oh, they can be done. That's what I'm saying. It's not impossible. They just have not found the person that
Well,
can organize it.
They were for a while, if you remember. There was like the 1 year where
Yeah.
we actually did.
It
the
was
race, and
fairly
it was the distance.
close.
And here's
And
the
we're like,
reality.
wow, this is
I'm
a
gonna
great turn.
pretend like I'm going to oversimplify it because I have nothing to do with the business.
Yeah.
Measure out the distance, throw the obstacles in the middle of the distance.
Yeah.
At the end.
That's
It's
That's
the,
not
not.
how they
It
should do
doesn't need to be more complicated than that. And I know I'm oversimplifying it, but am I?
but
Sometimes it's that simple.
It is that simple.
Measure out the 10 miles. Now put the stuff in it.
right.
Like
And then
this
if you
is the
want
box
to do,
I have. Everything has to fit in this box. If it doesn't, I take some things
and
out.
if you want to do a penalty
There you go.
loop, like they've been adding penalty loops, okay, penalty loops add X amount of distance to it. Boom.
And you can
That's
just
fine.
see that,
It's
yeah.
the same
Yeah.
penalty loop distance
for everyone.
For everyone.
Or you could just go
because
back to making it
standardize it.
30
Because,
burpees.
well, that's the problem.
Just
Is
make it
if
the
you're
30
gonna
burpee
make
penalty.
it, if you want to make it an Olympic sport, that means it has to be conducted in multiple nations, and that means that everybody has to have somewhat the same playing field.
Yep.
So, like when you go to the marathon, right? It doesn't matter what country you run a marathon in. Yeah, terrains are different, but at the end of the day, you're doing 26.2 miles. Period. So
Yep.
when you show up to the Olympics, you're running 26.2 miles.
Is
Yeah.
marathons in the Olympics?
Exactly. It's
Yeah,
no different
marathons
than
in the
it's
Olympics.
no
Yeah.
different.
Hell yeah.
It's
missed
no
that.
different than any
Marathons,
other sport.
triathlon, that was a controversy for
missed
the
that.
triathlon is because what's the river? I always say it wrong. Gals River, the river that did the triathlon. The French River. What? The Seine. Is that how you pronounce it? Right. So they had E. coli, like the people that swam. So
Okay.
the big controversy up there, like. Right. So they've been talking
Water
about it
quality
forever.
is the issue there.
They've been
Wow.
talking about it forever, and the France was like, no, we're going to have it cleaned up. It'll have it cleaned up. So the people that did the triathlon, they spent billions of dollars cleaning this thing up. The people that did the triathlon, a ton of them got E. coli.
Can we represent you with a Muppet character or something like anything at all? And plug
I
your
don't know.
voice in.
I was holding out the microphone.
I can do
don't
a
know if
great
that was working,
Kelsey, like fuzzy puppet. We can get like a puppet and it could
fuzzy
be Kelsey.
puppet?
Yeah, like a puppet.
but- Yeah, I got you.
But then it's Kelsey's voice.
Okay.
So then she doesn't have to be on it, but her voice is on it.
So like when she starts
She still needs
talking,
an
you just start
independent
going
mic.
like that.
Yeah, we can get the mic's fine. She just doesn't want to be on the camera. So let's make it work.
I don't think she wants the microphone either.
The mic's fine if she's not on. We'll talk about it.
Everyone-
Separate conversation.
Join us in commenting charities. Amazing hashtag Kelsey for the podcast.
Kelsey for
Anyways.
the podcast.
Yeah, Kelsey,
Moving
we
on.
want you on this podcast. You have 20 episodes.
This is
Episode
episode 80.
100. It's the
Mhm.
Grand Kelsey reveal.
Dave never wins this one.
No, it's happening.
No, I don't think
It
it
really, really means a lot to
I
me,
don't
Kelsey.
think it
Never.
will. Actually, you know, it's funny. I don't think did I mention this yet? Did I mention that there were some people, actually one person in particular, that commented that it maintains the mystery
Yeah, no,
of
I
her
heard
not
it.
coming on the podcast.
Well, it was the
read that
episode where she
comment.
walked past and didn't see her head.
Yeah. But it was I think it was Anthony Botts.
It was.
I think it was Anthony Botts that commented.
was
Actually,
Botts.
I like it that Kelsey doesn't show up on the podcast because it maintains the mystery. And we're like, you're not helping.
No. Episode
So
100.
if we do Muppet Kelsey, then it
episode
still
100.
maintains the mystery.
It's true.
I like it.
It's
I
gonna
like
happen.
it.
Episode 100.
Right.
We're manifesting.
Yeah. You keep manifesting.
I'm gonna manifest.
You'd have a better chance manifesting actual spirits than you would getting Kelsey on this show. We got to get a Ouija
Well,
board.
speaking of which, we kind of have to manifest Kelsey not killing Dave because he did get another pair of Crocs that he's wearing right now.
Oh yes,
He
talk
mentioned
about your
this
new
last
Crocs that
episode,
you
yep.
talked about last episode. Yep, you remember. They came in, show
Nice.
everybody that
Crocs
you're gonna.
satisfy.
And we're talking about Spartans races being in
Yeah,
the
you were-
Olympics.
you were
this
saying
is
you
for a
wanted
Spartan
to-
race, right?
I don't know. It doesn't pull as tight as I would like around the ankle. I maybe should have gone one size down, but
Well, how is
Can
it? by
you
the
hold
toe?
it up?
these
One
are
of
my
them?
normal. These are my normal sizes.
You gotta
How's it by
hold
the toe?
one up.
Okay, get there.
So
Use your
toes
good
fine?
shoulder.
Oh yeah, toes fine.
Switch hands
So,
and
but
use your good
do
shoulder.
you think going one size down would change that?
No, I think I'd be
Would it
fine.
be too tight in the toe then?
No,
No.
I think it would be fine.
It looks wide. Yeah, it looks really cool.
boom.
Nice.
They are nice, and they do like
What does
it
that
does
say?
tight- if you pull-
Satisfy?
See,
Well, the company's Satisfy.
Now,
so it's a
I'm not gonna
the
lie.
company's called Satisfy, so it's a Croc Satisfy
they
collab.
they collabed. I'm not gonna lie, though.
Right. This is a family show still, Dave.
Yes, I'm
That's
not
really
gonna,
cool.
I'm not gonna
That was
lie.
good.
I know that we keep on saying we're gonna do a Spartan racing Crocs. I feel like if you try and use those, that's kind of cheating.
No, it's not. It's a croc,
Like,
a shoe.
it is.
They're designed for trails.
It is, but
So?
I feel like that.
no, because we didn't
I
say
feel like
we
it would
want to
be
do
better content if we use the ones that are
But
not.
Steven, the point
well, we were
of
gonna use
racing
the
in-
Croc hikers.
No, but
But
guys,
those don't look so much for Spartan races.
the
though. These look
point
like they would definitely
of
do way better.
racing in Crocs is to
Yeah.
promote that it could happen, not to promote that look what a mess it is by using the wrong Croc. You use the appropriate and the best Croc for the
Actually,
race.
there's a
I
dude,
think
there's
what
a
we
dude
can
that
do
ran
is this.
a marathon in
He ran
regular
a marathon
Crocs.
Crocs.
No, I
yeah.
believe it.
We
It's
talked
just not
about
you
that
guys.
Before, yes. I think we'll do this then. He can wear these, and then I will be the one to be the sacrificial lamb, and wear the
Before or after you sing
Crocs.
us the song you owe
For
us?
the record,
Hold on. Before or after you sing us the song you owe us?
before or after I get my choir robe that I was promised.
for the
Who promised
record,
you that?
I'll get him one.
You
For the
stop promising him excuses.
for the record, he already ran a Spartan race basically barefoot, so it's not a big deal to be.
Yeah, I remember when his shoes
anything.
exploded. Yeah. I
Yeah.
remember.
So I guess that's why it makes me the perfect candidate to once again suffer.
Well, when you
You're
have
the
40
youngest. You can suffer.
When you
Yeah.
have 41-year-old feet, you take care of them a little bit better.
Exactly. You must be more sensitive to the feet at that point in time. Oh man, that's so funny. So favorite Olympic, I guess event so far. You only
Oh,
pick
I
one.
don't know.
You can only pick
I-
one.
I
One.
can't.
Only
I
big
can't.
one.
Pick one.
If I'm going off of like the sport that gave me the most like heart pounding, like adrenaline rush
Go
to
for
get
it.
into it,
Yeah.
it would be the swimming. I don't know what it is. I love the track and field.
We loved
I
it
love
too.
There have
So
been
and I
some.
loved it.
There have been
Track
some
and
really
field.
close races though. in
Track
track
and field has
field.
been amazing so far. I love it, but I don't know why. When I'm watching the swimming, I get like heart palpitations. Like
There's the track and
It's
field that had so many close
crazy.
races where I'm like, oh, that's.
Oh, those close
but
races are great.
I
don't
like
know
it
why.
all.
I just don't get the
I
same
can't
feeling.
pick. I like it all.
That's a cop out.
No, it's true.
Kelsey, do you have a favorite event so far? Her answer was like, "Why?
Wow.
Why do you keep calling me? Why?"
Here, come stand.
Yeah, but you have to pick. If you could only pick
We're
one,
not going to be on
which
camera.
you can
but
only pick
come
one.
here. We're not going to be on
What is
camera,
it?
but you're just going to talk.
Look
about
down
it.
at your cat.
What is
They
it?
can't
Look down at your
hear
cat.
you.
You know she wants you to do it too.
We will repeat,
No.
Kelsey.
Ugh.
What is one?
I will
If
drag
you
this
could only pick
microphone over to you.
one event, what would it be?
Just come talk
Event
to the mic.
style.
Be off camera.
Just look at me. Focus here. Ignore the side gigs. One
We're
event.
Side gigs now?
One event.
Whoa.
Track. Okay. Specific race length. That's your favorite. Any track. Anything track. All right. And you said that's your favorite so far. As
Well,
far
they're-
as
they're-
not your favorite, but one of the
It's
most.
exciting. It's exciting. The pole vault was awesome. Did you
Pole
see the pole
vaulting
vault?
is awesome to watch.
Stop asking me if I saw it. I saw
He didn't
almost
see it.
Oh,
nothing.
the
He saw
guy.
none
The
of it.
With
guy.
the exception of
None of it.
swimming and boxing.
So
Katie,
the-
Katie
the
Ledecky,
guy-
though?
the guy-
In swimming?
Awesome.
The guy
Katie
broke.
Ledecky? Another gold medal for her.
But the pole vaulter
Broke the world record,
broke
too, at
the
the same
world
time.
There was a couple of world record breaking.
There was a lot of world
Yeah,
records.
he
being
broke his
broken
own
there.
world record.
Because
but-
nobody else can.
But it was 20.
You're that
It
good.
was like 20 feet. 20 feet and change pole vaulting. Do you know how high that is?
Wow. Yeah, basketball net. Twice. That's
It's
crazy.
crazy.
That's
It's like
crazy.
he pole vaulted over my house.
That's crazy. Now you need a higher house. You see? So-
Unbelievable.
That's actually wild.
It was wild to watch. And he failed the first attempt. First two attempts.
That's a far drop down.
He made his third attempt.
Okay.
Crazy. So I pole vaulted in high
Luca
school.
fell over putting the dog down.
I pole vaulted. I pole
That
vaulted.
happened today on the tile. He's like, oh, I'm like, what happened? I was putting the dog down and slipped because we just washed the tile. Which he did. He cleaned the floors today, him and his
And
sister.
that's when you say, "Man up."
Oh no, I just threw
Be quiet.
I threw ice at him. No, I'm usually pretty mean to him. Today I was nice.
I
I was
I
like,
threw
all
ice
right.
at him. That's
I
nice.
did. I'm like, you hit the
Yeah,
floor,
boom.
sit down. Yeah, exactly.
but the fall and pole vault, you're landing into.
We'll get him later. Yeah, still though, it's crazy.
Dude,
I-
though, I don't know
I was
though.
saying I pole vaulted.
That guy came pretty close to not landing on that mat.
Well, if the bend of the pole turns, you're gonna go off the mat, which happens.
He almost landed on the metal thing that the pole uses
Yeah.
to stop its
Oh, yeah.
momentum.
I
He
so
almost landed on that
so
thing.
I pole vaulted in high school. That's why I know a little bit about like how the bend of the pole.
Okay.
But we were bad.
Yes.
We didn't have a great coach.
I just see you pole vaulting is like you using a regular bow staff trying to get over like a kitchen table.
But I was saying earlier, I think the most I cleared was 10-6, which is the second. So
Lowest
the
ever.
second.
Yeah.
So like they have your starting jump, and if you get past that, that's the next jump.
It's like
so,
Dave next to like a toddler, and they're both struggling for the same amount.
So we went to
the
one.
toddler gets it. Dave's like, whatever.
We would get crushed
Yeah.
whenever we went to track meets. But then we went to one track meet where there was these two twins, two twin boys who were like
Both five.
who were like seniors, and they both had scholarships for pole vaulting.
Oh,
So
gosh.
while the rest of us are still like on super low heights, they're clearing like 14s and 15s.
Oh, jeez.
And you're like, when I saw them, when you see it in person, you watch them launch up, I'm like, I think I was able to pole vault for an entire season because I never got high enough for fear to set it. You know what I mean?
Dave
Like,
watches him. He's like, I've been doing it all wrong. Thank goodness.
when you see how
Oh, man.
high they actually get, I'm like, I think if I was that high, I would panic.
You know what? Just put some blindfolds on. Or like the
I don't know if that would help too much.
the horse blinders.
Oh, the
You only
blinders?
see where you have to put the pole. You only see
It'll
where you
be
have to put the
top and
pole.
bottom instead of
Yeah.
side to side.
I don't want to see anything else. I want to go. Oh my goodness.
I just want to know who the first person that was thought of that is like. All right,
I'm
we're gonna-
sure
we're
a
gonna
quick
pole vault.
Google search could
It was
solve
a
that
guy
question.
running, and he tried to get over a castle wall and grabbed
Yes.
a
That's where
stick,
pole
and it
vaulting
was
came
like,
from.
oh my god, I gotta
Siege
get out of here.
weapons.
All
They
the
would-
time,
you know how many
right
times
off
they
the
would have
bat.
splattered against that
Exactly.
castle wall?
So
It was that
before
seventh
someone
guy.
finally got it right.
So that's
Yeah,
fun
exactly.
to watch. All the jumping events were fun to watch.
No one
Everything
makes
was
it,
involved.
They were
sir.
so impressed that
You
they're
know
like,
what's-
you know what? Let this guy live. We're
You
gonna
know
make
what's
this
you know
sport.
what's sad though?
Should we
talked
chase him?
about,
No.
No.
We were talking about the
He's earned his
steeplechase
way.
earlier. I would like to do a steeplechase. I feel like because I like the little obstacle in the like that steep. They don't start that till college though, so there's no high
Well,
school.
the good thing is
steeplechase.
you're
There isn't,
beyond
yeah.
college, so you can do it.
No, I mean you would have had to been in college.
You can do it now.
But
We can make our own.
I wish it were a high school event, but it's just not.
There's a lot of things that would be cool in high school. They're not there right now. High school only has enough time to do so many things.
Well, also because
Correct.
like I setting up the water obstacle on the.
Listen, high school's got kickball. That's all that counts. So does every other school.
I never got to do kickball. in
Yeah,
high
I
school.
didn't have kickball in high school.
Yeah, no. They have what does high school usually do? Like running, basketball.
Walking in a circle.
In high school?
Yeah,
Yes.
so no,
Boo.
you have basketball, you have track and field.
There would be days.
You
if we're talking sports, we're talking
basketball,
sports? Yeah,
baseball,
basketball,
track
yeah.
and field,
High school had a bunch of
football.
Tag.
stuff. Tag.
Football's not-
Yeah, you in.
Football's not
Fun
in the
day.
Olympics.
Tag was fun. What?
Football's not in the Olympics.
Because it's not great.
American football.
Yeah, it's not good.
No, I like American football, but
Yeah.
it's just not in the Olympics.
Because it's only good here.
Rugby was in the Olympics. That was fun to
'Cause
watch.
that's good everywhere.
Yeah.
I feel like rugby is the global version of football right now. Even though it's not the same, it's
There are some
pretty close.
strange
Sir,
games
there's
out
only one football.
You ever see the
Yeah,
game?
soccer.
You ever
There
see
you
the
go.
Japanese game where it's like capture but they climb a tower, like they're holding a stick,
Okay.
and they like the whole idea is that you have to tackle the guys on the stick.
No.
What?
It's the craziest thing I've ever seen. in my
I've
life.
never,
the craziest
thing.
ever
It's not
seen
Olympic.
this. So they're just standing, they're all hanging on a stick, and then
I'm
people
gonna
are
look
trying
up the name of it.
How are they knocking them off the
This
stick? throwing
sounds-
darts at
No,
them.
it is
Hysterical.
the craziest thing you've ever seen in your life.
This
Before he
sounds
finds
hilarious.
it, comment below if you've heard of what he's talking about.
It's
Where
in any
basically
anime,
a
if you
bunch
watch
of people
anime.
stand on a stick and
It's an
people,
anime
other
sport?
people throw things
It's
at
a
them.
real sport, but they do it in real.
But it only makes sense in anime.
No,
in
no, no.
reality, it's a
No,
bunch
no,
of
no.
guys standing around a stick in
Exactly.
the yard
Anime, yeah,
and their
exactly.
wives throwing
The
rocks
biggest
at them.
memory that I have of anime is when Alex showed me a video of a teacher suplexing a deer.
In anime?
This was in an anime.
What anime do you watch?
Ask Alex.
We're
I
not
don't
getting into
know.
this. No, it's not an anime episode.
I don't know.
It's not an episode about that stuff. It's about the
Well, wait for
Olympics.
him
It's about Olympic
Wait for him
sports.
to look up
And
the
it's about
anime
what is
hanging off
one
the
of the
stick.
most oddest
pole game.
sports we probably have discussed to
Uh,
date.
Yep, Bo-Taoshi. Bo-Taoshi.
Bo-Taoshi.
What country is this in?
Japan. It's a real. It's a.
And a bunch of guys are trying to climb a pole, and other guys are knocking them down.
It is probably the craziest thing you've ever seen in your life. They like. So I first
It
learned.
looks
about
like a rugby
I
circle,
first learned
right?
about
Around
it
the pole.
in anime, because they do it in actual like, what do you call it?
Why is it on? Go ahead.
They do it in actual.
What?
So in the slice of life anime, which is like realistic anime, like days in high school, they play it, and I was like, "There's no way this is a real thing," but it appeared in multiple anime, and it is
Huh.
100% a real thing.
And they're just running to climb a pole.
So they hold that pole, and then the other that's first people to climb to that pole. So
is it like capture the flag? So the flag's on the top of the pole?
so look at these. So see the guys up there?
Yeah, but what are they trying to get?
There.
What is on top there?
That's a guy,
Oh, okay.
and now another team is gonna run and try and take that guy off and get to the top of that pole.
And they're protecting him?
Yeah.
What are they allowed to do? They're allowed to like punch and kick?
That would
Can
make
they
it much
use-
more interesting.
Can they use weapons?
Ready? So here you go. See these guys like running.
So
in,
those are the
trying-
defenders.
There they go. They're gonna run in and try and.
I just saw 25 guys in
So they're
yellow
trying to knock
shirts
this
spear
guy-
the
yeah.
other team.
This is the craziest thing you've ever seen in your life. They're trying to get up there and knock that guy down.
Now, if the pole falls, I guess he loses too, right?
Yeah, I would assume so. I mean, I don't really know the
Steve,
rules.
you should be on top of the pole, Steve.
It's the craziest thing you've ever seen.
Don't worry. I'll hold you. I'll hold you.
Look at them like. This is
They
the
are
stupidest
jumping
thing.
onto each other.
Yeah. Oh yeah. So when
See,
I first
There's
saw,
no way you get out
He's
of
like,
this.
you just see what he just did? He's just kicking everybody. Ba, 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 ba,
Oh,
ba,
they
ba.
got-
Oh, they got
oh,
him.
they
He's
got him
done.
down.
Now, do they get on top of it?
I think now one of the orange shirt people have to get on top. There he goes. They're trying to get
Now,
up there.
are there more of them than the guys in green and
No,
white?
I think it's evenly.
Even teams.
That does not look even at all.
It has
I
to be.
don't know.
No,
the
it doesn't
rules.
have to be. You don't know the rules. It
It-
doesn't have to be.
It appeared in
If I make the game, it won't be.
So by the third time I saw it in an anime, I was like,
with Crocs.
wait a
Done.
minute, is this a real thing?
Climb
And
the
it keeps
croc. Climb the
appearing.
croc. Just a
The
giant
giant one.
croc.
And so I was like, I gotta look this up. Is this a real thing? So I looked it up, and I was like, oh my god, this is a real
thing.
this is a real thing they play.
Listen, check it out, guys. It is wild looking. What is it called again?
Bo-Taoshi.
Bo-Taoshi. And it's basically
The
a
craziest thing you've
team
ever
has
seen in your life.
two levels of
It's-
like circles around the pole with one guy sitting.
Taoshi. Bo-Taoshi.
Yep.
It is the
Bo-Taoshi.
strangest thing you've ever seen in your life.
And one guy on top of the pole, and then when they say go, another team comes running in and basically spear attacks
Yeah.
the team holding the
It
pole.
looks like what it looks like. One of
trying to
those-
get the guy off.
It looks like one of those poles they throw in the Scottish or Irish games, whatever it is.
Oh yeah, where they launched them.
Yeah.
I've seen this stuff.
What,
But
what'd you
this-
say, Kelsey? The Highland games, yes. Thank
But
you.
it seems like
Thank you for correcting me without a microphone on my podcast that you don't want to be on.
I love it. But it seems like Dave, you're wrong. It seems like it's capture the flag. Basically, it's another version of
Except
like
it's capture the human.
yes, exactly. And you need to just maintain your
It's
spot
just
for as long as
funny what
possible.
becomes like,
A game.
yeah, like you think back to like things that like culturally, like
You know how they got that game? There was a guy standing on the dock in a pillar surrounded by sharks, and they're like, "That'd be a good game."
well, see, his generation didn't.
As
do
the
it.
sharks are trying to get him off the pole.
His generation would have done, but you remember Red Rover,
Yeah, of course.
which we've
I
talked.
know what red.
We've
Rover
talked about
is.
before, but like that's a strange game that just came about, and
I don't even know how that game plays anymore. To be honest with you.
you just call somebody over and you clothesline them. They got to try and break through your fence. So everybody holds
Really?
hands on one side,
Yeah.
and there's hands on the other side. You're like Red Rover. We call Nick over, and you're gonna
Then-
try and break our. You gotta break our hands,
Oh,
or we clothesline the
I think I
Jesus
played
out
that
of you.
once. Got it.
yeah.
Yeah, didn't last too long in the
Never played
Italian
it, but I
family.
knew what it was.
You can't hold an Italian family's hand. They're all mute. No one can sing the song.
The talk with your hands.
Steve,
I didn't know
you
why you got that
need
joke.
your second shot of caffeine, sir. But I think that's some really good Olympic tops.
Yeah, no, it's yeah.
Those are some
It's
really good Olympic
12:02.
tops.
Closing ceremonies this weekend.
Yep. By the time this airs, you've seen it and enjoyed it, and it was
Yeah, that's
fantastic.
true, actually. Yeah, it would be over.
So,
and so ends the 2024 Olympics
bum.
until 2028. Dun, 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 dun,
Crocs we wear on our feet every day.
I thought I didn't know
Crocs.
where you were going. Sorry, I stopped.
So
Keep-
with
keep
that,
that
make
being
sure
said.
you comment on your favorite event or events. You're allowed to choose multiple and why it's your favorite event. Just don't just throw out the name. Give us why, and then ask everyone you've ever met what their favorite event is, and also have them post.
And then we'll be
Go.
competing in the Croc Olympics.
Ooh, we should try that.
That's
out.
a video. Write that down. Write that down. Write that down.
We should do different Olympic sports.
In
As-
Crocs, but it has to be all of the obscure ones.
Well, we could do
Which is every
archery
single
at
one.
your house.
Done.
We could do table tennis, but with the Croc as the paddle.
I also have a table tennis. in
I
my
love this, and
somewhere.
this needs to happen as one of the Gibbet challenges.
We can do.
I have pickleball at my house with the net and everything. We can do that.
pickleball's not in the Olympics. Sure.
But we can put it in the
Dude.
Olympics.
One of the Gibbets was gold. Remember?
Yeah.
I forget which one it was.
The one I was
Give
getting.
that out as like the gold medal for like the Croc Olympics.
Badminton,
We can play badminton.
ladder
This is
ball.
awesome. We gotta do it.
That's not an Olympic sport.
It
sure.
can be.
This needs to happen. This needs to happen. This needs to happen.
Can
like,
Jam, the
this
Olympic
weekend.
version.
This needs to happen like next weekend. Well, this weekend technically, if we're in the proper.
We could
podcast.
do
Next weekend then.
we could
'cause
do
he
Well,
has to-
you know what I mean.
We
Because
need the
this
return
podcast
of-
comes out on Sunday, so
next
this
week.
upcoming weekend, which is next weekend for us right now.
Got
Time
it.
Travel.
Love it.
Anyways,
Woo!
if you haven't already,
We could do a high jump into your pool, but like stacking
That's
Crocs.
not happening. We could do that into your dad's pool.
Stacking Crocs.
His pool is built for it. Mine isn't. I like
This
it.
is true.
No, seriously, because my edges.
No, I
Yeah,
know
yeah.
it. Yeah, we don't.
His
have
is
those
definitely
edges.
really good for that. Yeah.
But we could stack some Crocs and then like, all right,
Oh.
Nick's jumped over 2 Crocs, now 3 Crocs.
We can
if
even
Nick
do,
has trouble jumping
we
over
can
2
do water
Crocs, that'd be
polo
a
except
problem.
in the shallow end. No, in my pool it looks like you're in the deep end, but
We
you're
do
not
Croc polo.
because of the edging.
That has to be done with teams. We have to form teams. So choose
Everybody
teams.
has to have a croc on their hand.
Well, you do the Croc with the ball.
No,
The Croc with the ball.
no croc on the hand.
We'll discuss logistics and come back to
Oh,
all
we
of
do
you.
both. See what
No, the
people
Croc's
like
the
better.
ball. You
Or
gotta
we could
score
just
with
let the audience decide.
You're just throwing it then. It's not like hitting it.
Yeah, exactly. It's the Croc's the
That's
ball.
not polo. You got to hit it.
No, water polo's a ball and you just throw it. It's
That's
water.
boring. That's so
Oh
boring.
my God.
All right, continue.
Water polo's a volleyball and they just throw it.
Ready,
He's
Steve?
got a point.
Oh, wait,
Anyways,
no, say what you got to say.
What?
It's time to.
say what
You say that later. You can say it now.
It's time to kick this Croc into comfort mode.
Boom! There it is. Now go.
honestly. If you have not already, make sure you follow us on Instagram and on TikTok at Kickin and Crocs, KICKIN.in.Crocs. My voice is gone.
CROCS
The best.
MYVOICEISGONE.
I missed all of that.
My voice is gone.
Is that what you just said?
Subscribe to us on YouTube
Nice.
to watch the video
Spell
version of this
it.
podcast. Like the video if you enjoyed it. Comment on all the things that we asked you guys to comment on and share with your friends. Share us. Help us to grow
Folks, we
our
need
1,000.
$1,000. We've been at 570, 80, something like that.
Come on.
582.
We need to hit 1,000. So
SUB scribe.
get 400 plus of your best friends and have them all subscribe.
SUB
in
scribe.
the
Every
next
single one of
couple
our
weeks.
subscriber just shares it with one friend and they subscribe, we'll be there.
That is a true fact.
Bum,
If all
bum,
500 and
bum,
change were
bum.
still listening.
SUB
Charity.
SUB scribe.
Bots. Make that
Will
happen,
Morongo.
guys.
Joe Copenhaver.
500 Yes, we need 500 additional people at minimum, and you can all make it happen. Let's get that goal.
Let's do it. Yep. And if you are listening on audio only, then you should give us
As many stars as you can find in the sky. Multiple stars, but at minimum 5.
make other accounts and then give us more 5-star
Oh,
reviews.
I'm tired. We must wrap this
Oh,
to comfort
okay.
mode.
Okay, you already said that. Until next time, I've been Steve.
Always Dave, champion of the Croc Olympics.
Not yet.
Still Nick.
Future champion of the Croc Olympics.
Not yet.
Represent the United States of Zavos.
The gold gibbets
You're,
coming to me.
going to be the Snoop Dogg of your country.
I'm
So-
allergic to this nonsense.
Okay, I got you.
All right, we're gonna write down each event that we're gonna do.
We're gonna do it. We're gonna write it down.
That you're all gonna lose at? Sounds good.
Oh my goodness. And you stay kicking, internet.
Interesting people while styling while we run. It's kicking in Crocs. We're kicking in Crocs.